That's making it more serious.
Okay.
Then the Holy Quran said, وَلَا تَقْرَبُوا الزِّنَا إِنَّهُ كَانَ فَاحِشَةً وَسَاءَ سَبِيلًا. He said you should not go near adultery or fornication. That it is a wrongdoing and a way that lead one to hell. So you see, it's unaccepted. Therefore, family planning we are preaching in the mosque is for the married couples. That you understand?
You don't preach for the young ones.
No, the young ones at their own is to abstain from sex until they get married. That is just the stand of Islam.
But the Christians also saying abstain. But
it's the same thing.
But it's not working.
Yeah, but we will continue. The religious leaders, preachers, imams will continue to tell people what God said. Do you understand? People say that you can take a horse to stream, but you cannot force it to drink the water. And that is exactly what is happening in this world. And we must continue to tell them, and at the same time, the parents, do you understand, must stand up and intensify, educating their children, the need for them to abstain until they get married.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll come to you, CSO, that is Mr. Richard Okoro. Child-based spacing is good for some people, but some people, they feel there are so many myths and misconceptions about that. And as an advocate, a person, how far have you people gone to despair to tell people that there are advantages more than the disadvantage? I know that some churches will tell you, if I obtain a family planning, where maybe if I get pregnant, the baby will come out with the IUD and stuff like that. And or some will say, if I obtain family planning, I'll get so bloated up. Or some will say, I'll bleed so much. There are so many things they say that will discourage other members of the churches and most that want to obtain this family planning or childbirth spacing.
Yes, thank you very much. That was why I said that what is lacking in the unmet needs of family planning is information.
Okay.
Now, the duty of the civil society is to keep on, like the chief imam and the council secretary have said, you keep on preaching the gospel. Although it's unfortunate that in this part of the world we are coming a little bit late in putting emphasis on family planning. Now, Nigeria is in the second demographic situation where you have more of high birth rates and low death rates. And that is why if you look at the Nigerian population, 15 to 59 years, women and men of childbearing age constitute 53.3% of the Nigerian population. And children 0 to 14 years constitute 40% of the population. Now that is why if we don't put much emphasis on the need for child spacing or family planning, then Nigeria will go into blossom or catapult into a catastrophe of overpopulation. One is going to affect the economy, the health, the agriculture. Remember that the landmass of Nigeria is fixed. You don't extend it, it's not like rubber. Okay? So the effect of family planning or child spacing should not be overemphasized. People should understand why we're talking about it. Where we are clamoring to be is where Tunisia and other African countries have already achieved way back in 1974. Probably because of what Chief Imam said, in the era of a man trying to have large farmland with yam palm to be seen as a rich man. They measure you by the number of children and the wives you have. But things have changed. What is the cost of training a child in a school, primary school, secondary, and then you talk of tertiary? You find out that the time has changed. So at the community level, where people still have this myths and misconceptions, it's a very huge challenge. It's a multi-sectoral approach that will solve the problem. At the school curriculum level, at the community leadership level, at the churches, interpersonal communication, name all the skills and strategies that must be put in place to achieve that. Because attitudinal change does not come easy. It's just like trying to learn your left hand from, you are a left hand user and you want to begin to use right. Then secondly, we are in a society where people don't easily believe the truth. When HIV came, there were myths and misconceptions. COVID-19 came, there are myths and misconceptions. So people are like that. And then these conspiracy theories are killing us. And then these fake news on the social media and all that. Because until we begin to push and push on the importance and the need of family planning, then we will not get it right.
All right, time is not really on our side. I'll come to you, Engineer Mark. Just briefly, what will you tell the people out there that are watching you right now in terms of obtaining childbirth spacing?
All right, thank you so much. We want to thank God that the childbirth spacing services, let me limit it to our state. In ABIA state, they are all available and they are free of charge. Therefore, I want to tell my people who are listening and those that will listen maybe in time to come that there is no point over bloating the population of your family when you are pretty sure you cannot take good care of them. Therefore, for the men, avail your wives the opportunity of going to facilities, health facilities, to obtain these services. It is free of charge. There are international donors who came in and cut off some of the payments.
Okay, like the challenge initiative.
Like the challenge initiatives. So every other thing about family planning is free, unless for the consumables, which has been on debate for God knows how long.
Right. Thank you very much, Chike-Ukaha. Just your parting word to the people out there from your community that are watching us right now.
Yeah. Embrace family planning. It is good for your family and for yourself.
And say it to the people that you know.
It's free. Go to any primary healthcare center and obtain family planning, because the situation of the country now will even force you to do so. As my colleague mentioned, it is not easy to train a child from nursery to secondary, to primary, secondary, and to university level. Therefore, if you plan your family very well, then it shall be well with you.
Thank you very much. And Mr. Richard.
Well, my appeal is to the health workers, the health worker providers. They should try to be lenient, they should be professional in handling these youths when they come to assess family planning. Because most times you see them with flippant mouth, somebody comes to you in private and the
I saw
next
your
day
daughter,
they,
I saw your sister.
now the consequences is that they keep on patronizing the patent medicine dealers and we keep losing our precious children every day in unsafe abortions.
Thank you very much. Well, you heard from them. It means that anybody can talk about family planning, anyone can talk about childbirth spacing. It's not only limited to the nurses and doctors and other people or the CSOs. Even in our churches, even in our mosques, we can talk about that. So you out there, you should talk about it. I will talk about it because we have to plan our lives, plan our families, and when we plan it, we live well. If you don't plan well, you will not live well. So for the motto of ABIA State, you say plan and live. So plan your life very well and live very well. Thank you so very much, Engineer Dr. Mbaro, Chike-Ukaha Secretary.
Yes.
And of course, Chike-Ukaha, Chief Imam of ABIA State. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
And Mr. Richard Okoro, member ABIA State Interfaith and a CSO right here. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
All right, you've heard from all of us here. It means that you can still talk about family planning anytime, any day. Thank you so very much. Do join us same time next week for another package. My name is Ozioma, Chike-Ukaha. Bye for now.